Ever since Bo entered the Blue Jays organization, there's been nothing but success. Bo was drafted in the second round of the 2016 draft, and it didn't take him long to climb through the minor leagues and impact the Blue Jays roster, breaking many records held by all-time greats in only his first few weeks. Since his initial call-up to the majors, Bo has solidified himself as one of the best offensive shortstops in the MLB. So why is it that we even have to discuss whether he has a future with the Blue Jays or not? One of the reasons may come from his poor defensive ability. It is no secret Bo is a below-average defensive shortstop in the MLB. It is also no secret that Ross Atkins is trying to create more defensive runs saved going forward. Atkins has shown this by letting go of fan favorites Teoscar Hernandez and Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who are both below-average defenders, and in turn bringing in Dalton Varsho and Kevin Kiermaier, two of the best defensive outfielders in baseball. Looking at Bo's defense this past season, Bo accumulated a negative .8 defensive WAR. Because of this, I would not be surprised to see Bo taking reps at second base in spring training. I know he's been reluctant in the past to make the switch, but it could end up being a good move for the organization. One solution the Blue Jays have found for Bo the previous few seasons was to shift often to help cover him. However, now that the shift is gone, it will be interesting to see how he fares with less help than previous seasons. Bo's defense is surely something to look out for this upcoming year. To most, extending Bo would be the best option for both parties. On one side, Bo gets to represent an entire country, play in one of the best atmospheres in baseball, and play for a franchise that is willing to spend big to be competitive. And on the other hand, Rogers gets to keep one of their franchise guys. But it's not so simple. It is public knowledge that Bo and the Blue Jays have not been close on contract negotiations. Most recently, the two sides were far off in arbitration talks, with Bichette asking for $7.5 million and the Blue Jays offering $5 million. It is by far the biggest difference between a player and their club heading into the arbitration hearings, and the only player that has not been signed to the Blue Jays roster. I'm not ruling out an extension down the line, but I'm sure Bo has become jealous as he watched every other big-name shortstop reach free agency and secure a ludicrous amount of money. But crazier things have happened. Take Rafael Devers and the Boston Red Sox, for example. For the longest time, it seemed like the two sides couldn't reach an agreement until earlier this month when out of nowhere, the two agreed to an 11-year, $331 million extension. Moving on to the last topic of discussion, the trade rumors. As we know, Bo is one of the youngest and brightest stars in the game, so it should be no surprise he would have a lot of suitors geared up to land him. We saw this past year how Juan Soto was dealt to the Padres, and the package he yielded the Nationals. I'm not saying Bo would necessarily grant that much of a return, but it would be somewhere in that ballpark. But of course, we are not in the same shoes as the Nationals. The Jays are ready to make deep playoff pushes the next few seasons, and Bo is only entering his first arbitration year, meaning we still have a few more years of team control. Therefore, along with most other Blue Jays fans, I think it would be a mistake to trade Bo solely because of the likelihood he will test free agency. And while I believe the Blue Jays management have listened to offers for Bo, I don't think they would actually pull the trigger. There we have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment, or anything else that could help my channel reach more like-minded people. I want to build a baseball-loving community here, and even if you're not a fan of the Blue Jays, I hope you will stick around for the long run of this channel. I mean, hey, since you made it this far into the video, why not consider sticking around?